Hello everyone. In this video, I will be discussing my personal philosophy of instructional design. To do this, I will outline my goals, describe my beliefs on the role of learning theory, design methodology, and technology, as well as talk about assessment and professional growth. Let's get started. When I think about my profession as an instructional designer, I think about my responsibility for providing quality content to my learners. In this regard, the process of instructional design is much like building a house. It all starts with a strong foundation. Learning theory and design methodology provide the strong foundation required for quality instruction. From there, we add the rest of the framework, which becomes our instructional methods, content, engaging activities, and assessment. Now that we have defined the process of instructional design, let's take a look at my personal goals. My first goal is to create quality content that is engaging and accessible to all learners. The age of technology and mobile learning has made learning more accessible than ever. Instructional designers need to be able to use this to our and our students' advantage to provide quality instruction and content. My second goal is to utilize appropriate learning theories and design methodologies to create structured, research-based content. As I stated earlier, instructional design is a lot like building a house. It is important to start with a strong foundation. In this case, when an instructional designer chooses an appropriate learning theory and design methodology to structure his or her course, they are laying the foundation for a quality course. My third and final goal is to create content that challenges learners with 21st century skills. There is no doubt that the 21st century has changed the face of education drastically. Aside from the shift to online learning, there are a plethora of Web 2.0 tools that allow for more engaging, real-world connections. Along with this change comes a change in skills. Students need to know how to properly research and navigate the wealth of information at their fingertips. Additionally, they need to become autonomous learners with the ability to collaborate and think critically to problem solve. Now it is time to discuss the role of instructional design methods. According to Gagne and Driscoll, 1988, as cited in Chen, 2014, instructional design provides a systematic process for planning instructional events based on a systematic process of applying principles of learning and instruction to plans for instructional systems. Gagne and Driscoll's quote helps put into perspective the systematic process of instructional design. With this in mind, learning theory provides the instructor with research-based foundation from which to structure the course. Additionally, design methodology gives us the system for how the course will run. Together, these two critical components allow the instructional designer to think about appropriate LMS choice, instruction, practice, assessment, and reflection, which alone is a critical component to online learning. Now I will talk about my personal philosophy on technology in instructional design. According to Anderson in 2003, as cited in Anderson and Rivera Vargas from 2020, the emergence of intelligent agents, the semantic web, learning analytics, and other online technologies has opened the door for fourth-generation distance education that not only supports student-to-teacher, student-to-student, and student-to-content interactions, but adds the support for content to interact with other content, for teachers to interact with other teachers, and with smart content as well. What this tells us is that, whether instructors like it or not, technology has become an important part of education. When used appropriately, it adds many positive dimensions to the virtual classroom. Most notably, technology has allowed for learning to become more accessible through mobile learning. Now, anyone with a laptop, tablet, or smartphone has the same opportunity to learn. Additionally, Web 2.0 tools have made the transition to online learning easier because they provide students with engaging practice of skills, as well as the ability to apply skills in real-world scenarios through scenarios or virtual reality training. An important aspect for any instructional designer to consider when developing content is how they will assess learner development. According to Hagen and Metcalf from 2019, assessment should be authentic, it should provide effective formative feedback, it should provide multidimensional perspectives, it should provide learners with support, and it should provide aspects that are challenging, coherent, engaging, and respectful. For the content I wish to design, I plan to use both traditional and non-traditional assessment types. Traditionally, writing is a major skill in any English course, and I plan on using traditional writing assessments to accurately gauge student growth. Additionally, I plan on using non-traditional assessments through various Web 2.0 tools to provide more engaging, low-stakes assessment of student skills. My assessment strategy ties to the design methodology in Gagne's 9 events of instruction. In this case, I plan on constantly utilizing guidance, practice, feedback, and reassessment to ensure my students have many opportunities to demonstrate growth. An important part of instructional design is understanding the importance of professional growth as well. My professional growth plan consists of 3 steps. First, I consider myself to be a lifelong learner. I believe this is important for any instructional designer considering the factor of constant change in education. I need to keep up with current research to ensure that my practices are embedded in up-to-date research and practice. Second, I will utilize and expand my professional learning network. By creating a larger online presence and collaborating with other instructional designers, I will be able to grow professionally by gaining new insights and ideas on how to implement my practice. Lastly, I will place an emphasis on reflection. Reflection is a crucial part of many design methodologies, and it should be a crucial part of one's professional practice as well. Reflection will allow me to evaluate the effectiveness of my courses to ensure students are receiving quality instructions. Let's recap the information from this presentation. 1. My goals provide perspective. Reflecting on my 3 instructional design goals will allow me to remain focused on providing quality instruction to learners. 2. Theory, methodology, and technology are crucial. Learning theory and design methodology provide the framework to quality content, while technology allows for unique, engaging experiences. 3. Professional growth. As a lifelong learner, I will continually seek out new research, expand my professional learning network, and utilize reflection to grow professionally. Thank you for your time. Here is a quick glance at my reference pages outlining my resources.